Welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Jovanay,
Jovanay, how old are you?
28.
28. And what do you do?
I am a assistant community manager, and I'm also working to get my real estate license right now.
Okay. All right. And now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to gather my friends and family together. I like to, honestly, I like to turn on my music and
Okay.
pour some wine and cook. Just hang out at home with my
Nice.
dog, and just sometimes I like to go out, but it just depends on like where we're going. But yeah.
All right. And now, what are some things you look for in a man?
I look for an honest man, a man that has a lot of patience, one that is, emotionally stable as well, someone that is on a path to spirituality with the Most High. So I look for that.
Okay. Got it. And now, what are some of your red flags? Like that you.
Infidelity
jailbreakers, I guess I
is a
should
red flag. Infidelity, any domestic type of situation. So if you're not able to handle a conversation or have a mature conversation, I just don't do loud conversations at all. That also has to tie in with the emotional maturity as well. So those are like my main red flags. Also, someone who's not able to set a boundary for themselves and also respect boundaries as well. So.
All right. Cool. So, as you see here, we have no Papa
Yeah, nobody has popped the balloon. She looks good, dressed well, well spoken. We'll see how she chooses.
balloons. So what that means, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it on over to you.
Okay.
So for the first round, I am gonna have you pop. How many balloons should we do? Let's do 2 balloons.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you pop 2 balloons just based off of who doesn't really fall into your type or whatever it may be. So let me hand you this, and you can just go ahead and pop those two, and I'll ask you why you ended up popping.
Dang. Okay. Oh.
Right off the bat, anyone who's not dressed nicely is gonna be popped, in my opinion. So this guy is not gonna be popped for sure. This guy, the other guys, I don't know. We'll see, but
Okay,
Yeah.
and one more.
And
All right, we can stay down here.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's start with your name and age.
What's up? I'm Justin, 34.
Okay. And Justin, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Well, she's very well spoken. She
Yep.
seems like a lady who knows what she wants. I'm approaching 35. I feel like I've done what I need to do as a young man, and I'm stepping into the next level. She seemed like she was up there at the next level. Other than that, that's the only reason why I kept it unpopped.
Okay, got it. So why did we end up popping his balloon?
height.
It is just the height.
Yeah.
Missing out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It would just be the height for me, I would say, or just my physical type.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you are very handsome. You're well dressed, though. I love the shades.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm like,
stop. He's not well dressed. The shirt with all the words. He's dressed like he's going out with his boys.
the guy that you would call on the weekend.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's go back over here. Your name and age.
Paul, I'm 39.
Okay, and Paul, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Just it's well put together. I kind of saw the height thing coming. I'm 5'10", but just with heels, not really cutting it, I guess.
Okay, so he thinks height is the reason why. Is that why he's not as
Honestly, to be honest, I had to pop a balloon. Honestly,
Okay.
I had to pop a balloon. You guys all look great, so I just had to pop a balloon.
Okay, so he is someone that is your type?
Yeah, I would definitely give it a try. I'm not necessarily always about physical, but I had to pop a balloon. So
It's all good. Yeah,
Okay.
respect.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna have you ask these guys a question just to help you narrow it down.
I have a question. Why do ladies count heels as part of their natural height? I get it. You don't want to go out with your man and you look taller than him, but any sensible, logical human being is gonna be like, you're taller than him because you got heels on. Duh. Like, why is that such a big? The heels are not part of your height, mama. They're not. So why do you judge men off your height with heels on? Judge them off your height when you have no heels. That would be fair. But I guess life isn't fair, right?
okay. How would you say that you tend to deal with conflict?
Good question.
Anytime that there's an issue, are you the type to walk away? Do you need a moment? Do you have to talk right then and there? What would you say? Like, how do you tend to deal with conflict?
Okay. Your name and age and the answer to your question.
So my name is Josh. I'm 39. How I deal with conflict is basically I'm slow to respond. So matter of fact, I'm sorry, react. So I rather respond, right? So that's just how I deal with it.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Well, okay.
You want to add more?
What about you? How do you
I like to take time also because I know myself. I know that I'm working on myself as well. So I definitely am the type of person who likes to take some time because I know we're going to come back. I'm the type of person that will always come back and talk about it. So, but yeah, if you could just respect what I'm trying to grow into, as long as.
Good answer. I think the best way, myself included, I've learned that you may not have to, talk the issue out, but both of you have to be on the same page, knowing you are going to revisit this issue after both of you calm down. But if one of you is willing to come to the table and the other person is not willing or just wants to sweep things under the floor, under the rag, then that's just going to be resentment, and eventually everything is going to crumble. So
My person is there where I'm trying to grow and behavior traits that I'm trying to unlearn. That's exactly what I need.
Okay.
So
If I needed some time to gather my thoughts, are you the type to kind of like, you need the answers now, or you're gonna give me if I say I need, some space? Is that okay?
yeah, absolutely. If you're able to communicate, I need space because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let you know I need some space. I'm not just going to not talk or not say anything. But as long as you're able to let me know, okay, cool, I know we're still good. We can, we're okay.
Okay.
So,
you guys just noticed was what this man did. He's smart, and I think I haven't watched this episode, but I think these two are going home together, and this is why. She asked him a question about how do you resolve conflict. He answered the question quickly, and you know what he did? He returned it to her. So it's like, sure, how do you qualify for me? Because the question, and when somebody is asking you a question, they want you to qualify yourselves to them. So they're like, I'm right here. If you answer this question right, then maybe I'll give you a chance. What he did is like, no, mama, answer my question. Are you good with conflict? Because now he's also like, if you answer my question right, I might just not pop this balloon because I see the way you're looking at me. He's smart. I think she may pick him. Let's see.
Okay. All right, let's go to our next person here. Your name and age and the answer to your question.
Hi, my name is Bassi. I'm 36. I deal with conflict.
Yeah.
So mostly what I usually do is I don't usually get mad. I'm more like a fun player. I like to joke around a lot. So even it's very hard for me to get mad. So if I did get mad or whatever, what I usually do for the most part is I just take a space, little break, then think about the whole thing. What was the reason why we were mad about? So and I'll talk to you about it, and I'll be like, you know what did I do wrong? And you just let me know, and we'll move on from there.
okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
All right. Our next guy, your name and age and how do you deal with conflict?
My name is Kenneth. My age is 35. Conflict, if it goes hand in hand with like a disagreement, I would say disagreements should be handled like, shouldn't be escalated. If two people care about each other
Right.
and the relationship is important, it shouldn't go that far.
Right.
So if they value the relationship, it should be talked about. So be de-escalated real quickly.
Absolutely.
So that's what I think.
Okay, good.
Okay. Name and age and how do you handle conflict?
My name Johnny, age 34. I'm growing. I used to break stuff, but
Oh, red flag.
know,
Shouldn't have said that, Johnny, because she's gonna X you out right away. You just gave her that armor, man. You should have kept that to yourself. You reveal that later. Just say you're working on yourself, and that's it. You can't be telling people you used to break stuff. Anyone is gonna be scared for good reasons, because they're like, oh, you might slip back and break one thing again. So, Johnny, I'm sorry, bro. They're gonna bust your balloon. I'm sorry.
as I get older, I learned that the best thing to do, if you can't handle or compose yourself, is to just kind of walk away until you kind of like, can regain and, be in a mature space that you can talk about the situation. But like, I'm still in the process of growing, but I think just walking away from the situation and then just being like, we can talk about it later, because right now I'm just at the agitated state.
Yeah.
So just like, just knowing yourself
Yeah.
and,
Okay, thank you.
to be honest.
All right. Our next guy, your name and age, and how do you handle conflict?
My name is George. I'm 35. I handle conflict by first taking my time. I don't like to overreact because overreaction is the worst reaction in my book. But I like to take my time, come back, give me about like a day or so to come back, and then we can resolve what we had going on.
You always need a day? Like that's your
Not a-
time frame?
No.
Okay.
No,
It
not at all.
can take a day.
It can.
Okay.
At the most.
But you're able to communicate
I'm
something,
very
right? You're not a silent treatment type of person?
No,
Okay.
not at all. I'm very communicative. You know what I'm saying? But at the day at the most. But I'm very communicative.
Okay.
I'm very, very communicative.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Time to pop some balloons. I am going to have you pop 2 balloons.
Jeez.
I know. Based off of what you heard, whatever it may be, go ahead and pop those 2.
Johnny's going. Johnny said he breaks stuff. He's going. Johnny, bye. See ya. And also the last guy, I think, for saying he needs a day.
Gotta do it.
Yeah, told you, Johnny.
And then one more.
I have a feeling. Okay, I'm surprised. I thought.
Okay, let's start right on over here. Why did we end up popping his?
It's really hard. I had to pop my balloon. Honestly, if I had to say, it would just be our. I don't want to say it's a physical connection. We're only going off of a few questions right now, so I have to play the game and pop a balloon. So, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Just curiosity to get to know the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is she someone that's your type?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes her your type?
I love originality, original hair, just everything. It's just her, you know what I'm saying, put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And let's go to our next guy here. Why do we end up popping his balloon?
Okay, I do have a reason why I popped your balloon.
He breaks
and it was
stuff.
because you say that you have a history of domestic violence.
No, come on now. Johnny didn't say he has a history of domestic violence. He said he breaks stuff. He didn't say he breaks stuff on people's heads. He didn't say he throws stuff. Maybe he breaks his own PlayStation. I don't consider that as domestic violence. I just consider that as escalated anger or reaction. That's it. If it didn't hurt nobody, that's not domestic violence in my book. I don't know why women play with the word so much. Like domestic violence, that's a big statement right there. You just accused him of something very, very huge, right? If I got mad and broke my glass, that's not domestic violence. And I threw my glass at the wall, that's not domestic violence. I'm just frustrated in the moment. So I shouldn't be arrested for that. That's a big accusation.
And it's not okay for me. So I had to pop your balloon for that reason.
I understand. I mean, I just was being honest, and I did state that I'm working on it, and
Absolutely.
that I have different methods of dealing with situations, but it wasn't like physical with a woman. It's just like I said, break things.
Yeah.
But that's still
Yeah.
in
I
that range.
understand.
But I'm learning and growing every day. You're very beautiful, and
Thank
you
you.
just definitely give off good vibes and got direction and know where you're going, and I definitely someone I would be.
Yeah, but she just accused you of domestic violence, Johnny. Don't take that lightly. That's big. That means, I don't know, man. That's a big issue right there. I didn't like that.
Attracted to.
Thank you.
Talk to, but
Okay.
thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we do have 3 balloons left. Go ahead and ask these guys another question.
What would you say? What have you guys have identified about yourself? Any characteristics that you would say has made it challenging for you guys to have a successful relationship, i.e., a toxic trait?
Okay, let's start down there. We always start with him. Let's give him some time. All right, the answer to her question.
My toxic trait is I tend to move fast. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm working on it though. I'm working on being patient.
So personally, I think she has toxic trait. I wouldn't answer it the way you said it, because now you're just confirming to what you're toxic. I would say I'm not toxic at all, but my weakness is such and such. So he's gonna be X'd out. His balloon is gonna be popped. It was a trick question. she gave them the beginning of what's your toxic trait. If you are not toxic but you have a weakness, that doesn't make you toxic. It could be just a simple flaw. Doesn't mean you're toxic. Maybe you don't like to I don't know, to buy flowers and you're working on it. That doesn't mean you're toxic. All right? So she gave them the bait and they fell for it. So his
And
balloon is
take my
gonna be
time.
popped.
Okay.
Yep.
I appreciate that honesty.
No problem.
Let's go to our next guy over here. The answer to her question.
Sorry, can you ask that question again? Because it seems like it was in two in one. that
What
question.
characteristic traits about yourself that
Okay.
you've identified and noticed that you can say be a toxic trait to your relationship?
Well,
Again, say you don't have any toxic traits. Just say what you are working on or your flaws, but it doesn't mean you're toxic. She's baiting them. I hope this guy doesn't fall for it.
me, I joke around a lot in my relationship, and I mean, I'm good at that. Sometimes that could be like a defense mechanism for me. So I think that might be like a little, but I do know when to be serious though. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but I'm just very like I'm not really like confrontational kind of a person, especially towards female, and I'm not. Yeah.
So it can come off as like dismissive or
No.
nonchalant? Is what you're saying?
No, I just joke around a lot. Like this hasn't we're having a conversation about a sport now. I'm the one that might tease you over that. So yeah, I'm that kind of a person.
I get
so,
you.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, next guy.
Yes, my name. So,
Oh, just yeah. You
Okay.
can say your name again, but the answer to the question.
so my name is Josh. I believe a toxic trait that I have, possibly having some difficulty opening up. So that's like something I struggle with. So
But that's not toxic, man. You gotta be. Words have meanings. First of all, she mentions domestic violence, just a guy said he breaks things, and now she's baiting them into calling themselves toxic. Like, toxic is like poison. Poison is toxic. Some chemicals are toxic, right? Like, that's a big word. You know what I mean? So you having difficulty opening up, that doesn't make you toxic. Toxic is actually, I would consider Johnny toxic because he breaks things. So that could be toxic. Doesn't mean it's domestic violence, but that could be considered toxic, right? Because he's breaking things, he may break your TV and stuff like that. But just because you don't open up doesn't make you toxic. So again, maybe because I've watched this show so much, so I know how women ask these questions. I would never admit to someone I'm toxic when I know I'm not, just because they asked the question like that. She's baiting you into calling yourself toxic.
I want to know more about you, but I've noticed that people said that I have difficulty open up. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You know what time it is. Time to pop.
Okay, how many?
One.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Okay. All right. So why did we end up popping his balloon?
Not that it would ever be an issue, but I'm a Pisces, so my entire life revolves around.
Here we go with the zodiacs. Girls, stop with the zodiacs, please. Just take someone's personality, character, the way they treat you. Don't talk about zodiacs, all right? We don't care about the zodiacs. Seriously, stop with the zodiac BS.
Emotions, so sometimes it may be taken the wrong way. If you're playing and I'm really serious, it may come off as a misunderstanding. And of course, in that heat of the moment, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to understand that person where you're coming from. And mainly more so, it's just going to be the whole joking matter, I guess. And I had to pop a balloon, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you very much.
And so why did you have your balloon unpopped for her?
I was just curious, trying to see what she's all about, and you do look good, by the way. So yeah, I like her energy, her flow, very calm. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you. All right, guys. Any questions for her?
Guys, ask some questions. Come on,
We got
man.
one down here.
What is 3 characteristics that people will say about you
Yep, good question.
that stands out? I'm sorry, that didn't sound right.
No, I understand what you
Okay,
meant.
thank you.
I'm very personable. That's
Okay.
one characteristic. With that, I'm a goofball. I like to play, but don't let him hear that. And I would say I'm very thoughtful. That's also another characteristic that people would say about me.
Okay. Cool.
Good?
I'm good.
Okay.
You see the double standards? My man right here said he likes to be a goofball and joke around with his partner, and she popped his balloon, which tells me she's not really physically attracted to him compared to this guy or this guy. But now she turns around and she says she's also goofy and likes to play around. You see what I mean? Like,
All right, you had some time to think. What's your question?
Okay, question. So, sexuality is a very big thing for me. Exploration, are you into that? Is that too much of a forward question right now?
yes, it is. You are gonna win, but I have a feeling she may X you out because of that question. It's too fast, especially you haven't even been on a first date. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I'm predicting she's gonna X him out. But if not, that's because she's really, really physically attracted to him and he's dressed better than the other guy. Let's go.
I'm gonna need a little bit more detail.
See ya.
Okay. I
Oh.
mean, just getting to a place where you're more vulnerable, and I guess
I'm open to that.
you're open to that.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Wrong question, wrong time. But seems like they're physically attracted to each other, so I guess.
Okay. All right.
you
So
good?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. All right, so it is time to pop a balloon.
Okay.
Oh, go for it.
So, the gym is a very big, important aspect, right, of my life. So, what is your concept? Like, what do you think about the gym? Constant improvement. What are your thoughts on that? Are you into the
I
gym?
work out. I like to hike. I'm a very active person, so yeah, I go to the gym.
Okay. All right.
All right. Time to pop a balloon.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
I knew it. She was wasting time. All right.
All right, so
I knew from the beginning he's the best dressed and they're physically attracted to each other. I could see it from a mile away. And then the way he kept asking her questions. And I think the reason he asked the sexual question, he was trying to gauge her energy to see if she really likes him. And as you know, if a woman likes you, she's willing for you to ask any questions. But when she doesn't like you, she'll be offended by anything small. Even if you ask her what her mom's name is, she'll be offended, right? All right, so guys, link down below to our late Amuli's channel. Another nice episode. Subscribe to your boy. Road to 5,000. Let's go. Peace.